I grew up as a pastor's kid, and I grew up as a missionary kid. So there's a sense in which my understanding coming from that segment of the Pentecostal world looked at vocation and calling in terms of pastoral missionary calling. I went to Bible college when I was 18 years old and felt like I wanted to go and do missionary work where nobody else in the world wanted to go. So that meant some place like Siberia or something along those lines, you know. And the idea of a vocation in academia never occurred to me. There just weren't very many exemplars or role models in the Pentecostal tradition. I mean, you were either a pastor, an evangelist, or missionary. Pentecostal theologizing in the formal academic sense has only been a very recent development in the last generation, 2-3 decades, coinciding in part with my own journey into theological education and my own formation. In many ways, I see my vocation as being part of this first generation of those within the Pentecostal tradition who have had the benefits of a theological education and are now part of those who have the responsibility for continuing to shape it, continuing to develop it. I see my role here at Fuller as a privilege of being able to, in that sense, invest back into the conversations, the institutions, the processes that I've been blessed to have been a beneficiary of. So my vocation as a Pentecostal theologian, a Pentecostal missiologist, a Pentecostal theological educator is in that respect twofold: to feed back into my tradition, but relatedly, to bring Pentecostal perspectives then to bear on the broader questions of theological education, the theological academy. Life in the Spirit is full of right affections, right passions for God, for the world, for whatever we wake up excited about in the morning. You know, what God calls us doesn't ignore what God's gifted us with. And what God calls us to doesn't also ignore the passions that are in our heart, in our spirit, that in Romans 12 language is the groans too deep for words even. I mean, there's a certain sense in which that call in our lives comes out of the aspirations, the hopes, the yearnings, the passions that are in our gut, if you will. We can only envision a certain sort of vocational call, but this life in the Spirit takes us above and beyond anything we can even think about or even pray about. You know, we usually look back and marvel at the things that God has accomplished in our lives.